Hi everyone, I trust you are doing very well. My name is Moyo Sarah and this channel is called Mornings, where we talk about everything that has to do with life, from marriage to lifestyle, friendship, career, education, anything whatsoever. We talk about everything on this channel. So today's video is one of a kind. I will be talking to us about the lessons that I learned in the first quarter of the year. So this video is inspired by one of my favorite YouTubers. Her name is TYF. Her channel is called TBH on YouTube. I'm going to put a link to our channel on this video so you'll see, and then please go support her, show some love, and subscribe to our channel just like you haven't subscribed to my own channel. And if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe to this channel. So talk about the lessons I learned in the first quarter of the year. I will divide the lessons into 4 different subheads. So I have the family subhead, the spiritual subhead, the colleague subhead, and the business subhead. So I will start with the family subhead. So one of the key lessons that I've learned this year so far is that we as human beings put so much trust in our family members that when they don't perform as we expect, we get disappointed. So let me give you an example. You run a business and then you expect your family members to be your clients. You expect them to patronize you. You expect them to market your business for you. You expect them to go radical about everything that has to do with you. You expect them to take your matter on their heads. I'm going to say 2 things on this head. So the first is that the reason why we do that is because, one, I'm going to be honest with you guys, it's because we do not have absolute trust in God. You know, many times we feel that our family members can do everything for us. We believe that because we have them, everything is sorted. And that is simply because we do not have absolute trust in God. And I mean it. Because when you have absolute trust in God, it's very easy for you not to be worried about anyone not helping you. It's very easy for you to know that your family members don't need to help you to succeed. They don't need to help you before you achieve your mission in life. You know, they don't need to help you before you achieve your goals in life. So when you put your trust in the Almighty solely, like absolutely, it will then make your family members to support you. It will then make your family members to rally around you, to help you when you're in a difficult situation. That is the reality of life, and that is one of the hardest truths and lesson that I have learned this year. Another thing that I want to say to us is that we sometimes forget that our family members are also human beings and they have their own issues. So like the example I gave earlier, let me use another one. So you have a particular challenge that is really weighing you down, and you know you've done all you can, but you're still not getting a headway. You're still not getting the solution you want, and you're beginning to get mad at your family members. You know, you are getting angry, getting mad at them for no reason, forgetting that these people also have their own issues. Just the same way you are a human being with issues is the same way they are human beings with issues. So stop getting frustrated because you're not getting the kind of support you expect from your family members. They are human beings and they have their own issues as well. Learn to accommodate our family members. Let us understand that they are not God. Let us understand that they are also human beings with issues. So that's that for family. Now I move on to business, which is kind of closely related. So I've been seeing so many things on social media these days that you know, people post things like, my family members don't do shit for me, my family members are not supportive of my business, yada 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 yada. And one of the key things that I learned from the things that I've been seeing on social media is that your family members are not your target audience. They are not the client you should be targeting. So it's not that family members shouldn't support your business. They should support, they should show love, they should show that they care about your business, they should show that they want your business to succeed, but they are not really the ones you want to order your services or your goods. They are not the ones. Even if they are the ones, that means you are going to run out of business pretty soon, even before you started, because by the time all your family members, say you have 5 members in your immediate family, in your nuclear family, and in your extended family, let's say you have like 50 people. So by the time the 55 people order your services or order goods from you, that means you're done and you're out of business. So your target audience are really people who are not within your family. They are outsiders, strangers, people who don't know you, people who haven't even heard about you. So those are the ones you should really focus your energy and strength on. So stop complaining when family members don't carry your matter on their heads. Stop complaining when they don't, advertise your business as much as you want them to. You might only wish. They can only do the best they can, and that's the reality of life. They can only do the best they can. They are human beings. They also have need for their time. They also have their own businesses they need to advertise the markets. They also have things they need to do. They have businesses to, showcase to the world. So stop getting mad at your family members for not supporting your business. Then the number 2 thing I want to say about business is that when you have an idea of a business and you feel like you cannot do this business all by yourself, you feel like you need people. Sometimes the truth is you don't need people. So you need to start alone, because if you don't start alone, you might never start. If you keep on waiting to get the support of people, like, okay, I want this person to come on board, I want A to come on board, I want B to come on board, I want C to come on board, they might never come on board. And if they don't come on board, that means that dream will perish. That means that mission will perish. That means the number of people you are meant to support with your business will never get the support ever. Because as human beings, and being a Christian, I understand that as human beings we stand as a tree, and as a tree we have branches, and on the branches we have many birds, many animals come to perch. They come for comfort, they come for shade, they come for fruits, they come for food. That means you as a tree, if you fail to establish that business, if you fail to start that thing that you need to start, that means so many birds, so many animals will not have a home to perch. They won't have branches to make their nest. They won't have fruits to feed on. That means you are denying so many people opportunities that ordinarily should come to them through you. I hope you understand, guys. So whenever God puts an idea in your head and He kits you up with the resources that you need to start a business, just start right away. Don't care whether you're starting alone, start right away. And always remember that when you start, you are not alone. You have 4 persons in that business. You have you have God the Father, you have God the Son, and you have God the Holy Spirit, and you can move mountains with that business, no matter how small it is. So that's that. Then number 3, I move on to colleagues. So for many of us who run businesses, and then you have employees, and those who don't run businesses, you do your 9 to 5 or 9 to 8 or 9 to 12, whatever. You have some colleagues that are just constantly annoying. You know what I mean? We all have them. We cannot lie. We cannot kid ourselves. We have those colleagues who are very annoying maybe because of their work ethic, or they are just people who don't have the right manners, or persons who don't have just generally the right attitude to work, or maybe their personal or individual characteristics are not good enough. And we get to complain about them, we get to murmur, we are always mad at them, we always complain about them. I think it's ourselves as colleagues, because many times when we complain about our colleagues, we need to sit back and think of how you might be the problem in the workplace, because sometimes we look at ourselves as the perfect ones. We never do wrong in our own eyes, whereas we are the bad ones, or we might have some very high expectations of our peers, of our colleagues, that are not realistic. So we need to sit back sometimes and think about it. So rather than complain about your colleagues all the time, rather than murmur about who they are, how they do things, keep quiet sometimes. Just keep quiet and just walk away when they behave in annoying ways. Just walk away sometimes, walk away. I recently learned that whenever I get mad or pissed at anyone, I just take a walk. I walk away. So I take a walk 30 minutes, 1 hour, and by the time I'm back, I'm refreshed, and then I move on to something else. That's number 1. Then number 2, I feel like the reasons why we complain so much about our colleagues is because we expect them to have the same values as we do. We expect them to behave the same way as we do, forgetting the fact that these folks are also human beings with their own values, with their own characteristics, with their own attitudes and attributes. So they are never going to be like us. So we can only wish that they can do better as human beings, but we cannot impose our values. We cannot impose things on them, because they are also human beings and they are independent individuals who can think on their own, who can reason on their own. So in closing on this sub-ed, I would just say, We should take things easy with our colleagues. We should be more accommodating. We should be gentle. We should be kind. That doesn't mean we should accept bullshit. No, don't accept bullshit. Whatever it is you don't like, you can talk about it. Let them know that you don't like this thing, in a polite way. Sit them down and talk to them about it. But above all, be accommodating. Thank you. So now to the final sub-ed, which is the spiritual sub-ed, and one of the very important ones. So 2 key things that I want to say on this sub-ed. 1, whenever you get a yes from God to do something or to go ahead with something, please, with immediate alacrity, do that thing. Go for that thing. So for instance, if the Lord tells you to apply for a job, whether qualified or not, a scholarship, whether you're qualified or not, my dears, please apply. Go for it straight away. And I will use myself as an example. So earlier in the year, there was something I wanted to apply for. Like, it was on my mind. The Holy Spirit told me to apply, but I was so afraid. I was so afraid to apply. And guess what? I did not apply on time. And eventually, when I did apply for that thing, I was denied. I was denied, and it pained me. It really pained me. But anyways, God being so good, there was still a second best option. Hear me, second best option. And as a believer, you should never settle for second best. You should always go for the best, especially when your father tells you to go for the best. Well, I eventually went for the second best option, and of course, I didn't waste time this time around, and I got it. But if you ask me which is my preference, I will tell you my preference is still the very first best option that I did not go for on time. So the moral lesson here is that when God tells you go for this and He puts it on your mind, my dears, go for it. That's that. Then number 2, before you take any step in life, whether major or minor, on anything whatsoever, things as minor as buying something, something of value, you need to seek the face of God. Just ask Him, God, is this your will? Sometimes the way I do this thing is, I just tell God, if it's not your wish for me to buy this thing, if it's not your wish for me to go for this thing, frustrate the efforts and let it not come to pass. Let it not work out. Let it not work out. And that way, I have my peace. So when that thing works out, I know that, yeah, God has it in mind for me, or God wants me to get this thing. And if it doesn't work out, like it's just so frustrating, nothing is working out, there's just bass goes left, right, and center, I just know that my Father does not wish that I have this thing, and I put an end to it straight away. So guys, those are the lessons that I learned in the first quarter of the year. And now that we have started the second quarter of the year, I'm still learning some things, and I hope that by the time the second quarter ends, I will come back to share the lessons with you. So okay guys, we'll see you again. It's bye from me, Monix.